Hey guys, MJ Ingersoll in here. This video we're gonna talk about news, updates, and movies and shit like that, whatnot. Yeah, so what's been going on with the movies for 2020? yeah, 2020 is sharp year. That's gonna be my brother Joey playing games. Anyway, beginning in 2020, other than that other thing that happened, I don't remember what it was, but I picture it, but I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, other than that little thing, the beginning of 2020 was fine, yeah. At least in the at least in the United States, not in China. At least in the United States. Yeah, because in December of 2019, and then going into January and February, the pandemic was going on in China, so it wasn't good for them, but it was fine for us because the thing didn't hit us until mid-March. So the whole month of January for us and the whole month of February for us was fine. Early March it was okay, but then mid-March during St. Patrick's Day, that's when it was hitting us, and that's when we had to go into lockdown. And then finally reopening in summer. Anyway, the only movies that had somewhat full theatrical release was Dolittle, Birds of Prey, Sonic the Hedgehog, and for about 3 or 2 weeks or so, Onward was in theaters. It was only in theaters for like a couple weeks, because that movie hit theaters right before everything was closed down, and that's why and when they had to go to Disney Plus and digital and all that. And because of the whole thing, that's why Dolittle and those movies, for those that did come out before the thing started, that's why they went to home release earlier than expected. Same thing with Star Wars 9, yeah. Every last movie that came out before the whole thing started, because of what happened, that's why they were released earlier than expected. So 2020, the year of 2020 for movies has early was fine, but then now it's being a mess. So many more delays have been happening. Dune was expected Christmas this year, specifically December 18th. Wonder Woman 84 was supposed to be released already. It was supposed to come out in June, and then they moved it to mid-August, and then they moved it again to October, and the latest delay is directly on Christmas Day, December 25th. And for that competition reason, besides of the pandemic, that's why they had to move Dune. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. Because obviously, Warner Brothers is not going to allow Dune to have competition with Wonder Woman. So And because of Dune moving to October 1st of next year, they had to move. They had to move the Batman to March 4th, 2022. That was supposed to be in summer of next year. And because filming being paused, that's why they had to move it to October of 2021. And having said that, also, with Venom 2 was supposed to be out last weekend, actually, they had to move it to summer of next year, taking over the Batman's original release, because there's obviously no way Marvel and DC would have allowed Venom 2 to face the Batman. Absolutely not. And the thing going on with Godzilla vs. Kong has been crazy. Fast and Furious 9 got moved again. It was supposed to be already released already, like in April, I think, this year. Yeah. They had to move to April 2nd of next year, and the reason for moving it to May 28th of 2021 is to avoid competition with No Time to Die. No Time to Die was supposed to be out Thanksgiving this year, but because they didn't think it was going to make it, they had to move to April, and because of that, that's why they had to move Fast and Furious 9, because there's no way they're going to have a competition with James Bond and Fast and Furious. Absolutely not. So, and because they didn't think it was going to make it, that's why they had to move Black Widow from November this year to summer next year on May 7th. And May is going to be a problem because we have Black Widow on May 7th, Fast and Furious 9 on May 28th, and a week before Fast and Furious 9, almost at 8, a week before talking too fast, a week after Fast and Furious 9, Godzilla vs. Kong on May 21st. And a lot of fans are worried about what's going to happen with Godzilla vs. Kong. And yeah, trailers, theaters need to be open, and there has been new movies coming out. Excuse me. This is nuts, and I heard that Trump tested positive, and I really thought he would have learned his lesson. He still doesn't care. Trump still doesn't care. And for those of you who are Trump supporters, all you guys are talking bullshit. If the pandemic wasn't real, it wouldn't be on the news. People would not be getting sick. And we wouldn't have lost over 1 million. and we wouldn't have lost over 1 million. It's fake. Well, guess what? If it was fake, it wouldn't be all over the news. If it was fake, then how did things start in China? Explain that one. So, and also, if this was fake, we wouldn't have had that South Park pandemic special. So, and explain this one. If it was fake, then how did Robert Pattinson test positive? He's fine now. They're back to filming now, but I'm just saying though, because it did happen. Robert Pattinson did test positive, but everything's fine now with the Batman, despite the delay again. Despite the delay, everything's fine with the Batman. Yeah, they're back to filming and everything. Despite the delay, that's the good news. So, in my status on the thing, I am negative. I would have done a massive breaking news on my channel if I did test positive. So, And also, if I did test positive, I wouldn't sound like this, and I won't be acting like this, you know? I'd be weak and everything. And I would have been in the hospital and whatnot, you know? So. And I would have to quarantine and do all that shit, you know? So, I just know that 2021 will be the year we've been waiting for since this whole thing started. Movies have been coming out this year, but not in theaters. Most of them have been streaming. Like Scoop, that was supposed to have a theatrical release on May 15th, but they had to go streaming instead. As far as I remember, nothing came out in June. Uh, so, yeah. For things going on around the world, 20 for things going on around the world, for the time being of how long I have been existing, 2020 is the worst year. For things happening around the world, 2020 has been the worst year. For family reasons, that's personal. That's different. Despite one little thing last year was awesome. Despite one little family thing, and that's personal. I could get into that. But for worldwide, yeah, 2020 can go in the trash. So. Yeah, yeah. I'm just hoping Wonder Woman 84 sticks with the actual release on Christmas Day. Otherwise, it's going to have to get moved again. And for those of you who say put on streaming, they are not going to put Wonder Woman 84 on streaming. Absolutely not. It's too much of a high budget film. That'd be like putting the Batman on streaming. Absolutely not. Godzilla vs. Kong on streaming? Hell no. Movies like that are meant to be seen on the big screen. Yeah, too much money to make. How the movie is. How long it took them to make it. You know? The cast, the director. Like Christopher Nolan's Tenet. He did not hold back with he did not hold back. Yeah, he wasn't allowed to go to stream. He wasn't going to allow Tenet at all to go to streaming. Yeah, he didn't allow that. So. Yeah, so anyway, so I'll make a new video soon, don't know when, but just want to give you guys a little news and update and stuff about what's going on. So like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Take care, stay safe, and follow the rules.